My name's Dave Dubeau, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content. Hey guys and gals, and welcome back to another great episode. Today, we've got a real estate investor zooming in from an exotic locale. We've got Pete Turner, and he is based right now in beautiful Puerto Rico. And that's where he's focusing a lot of his efforts when it comes to real estate investing. So we're going to find out the ins and outs, the ups and abouts of real estate in Puerto Rico with Mr. Pete Turner. Pete, welcome to the show. Great to have you.
Hey, Dave. Thanks for having me. Great to be here.
Well, you know what? I lived for many years in Costa Rica. Everybody always got it confused with Puerto Rico. But I'm definitely familiar with that tropical lifestyle. So first things first, how long you been in Puerto Rico and what got you down there versus Florida?
Absolutely. Yeah, my wife and I started visiting this part of Puerto Rico, the West Coast, a few years ago. 2 weeks, and then 4 weeks, and then we started looking for some real estate. So we
Nice.
ended up buying a duplex here and doing some short-term rental out of it. When we're not here, we rent them both out. But just we closed on this property that I'm in right now, May. So basically Memorial Day
Mhm.
last year.
Awesome. Awesome. So what do you do? 6 months there, then 6 months back home?
Yeah, just about, just for the winters. We're from Massachusetts, just south of Boston, so we get away for the winter.
I'm
I always
Canadian.
say,
I'm Canadian. I can
uh,
relate to that for sure, man.
yeah, yeah. I always say my wife loves to get away for the winter, and I love my wife. So here we are.
Hey, smart man. That's why you've probably been married for a longer period of time than I have. Awesome. Very good, Pete. So, uh, this is not your first foray into real estate investing. I think you've done quite a bit of it in the past. Maybe just give us a 30-second synopsis of what your real estate investing experience has been to date.
Yeah, sure. I retired from the military back in 2018, and on the same day I retired, I closed on my first multifamily property, four
Nice.
townhouses.
Uh-huh.
And we've grown from there. My wife, who I met afterwards, also had some properties. So we own and operate, just under 50 units or so back in New England.
Oh,
So
very cool.
I am a remote landlord, so to speak.
All right. So the properties you got in New England, are they mostly like that kind of, well, single family homes or townhouses type thing, small multis? What?
Uh, Single to the largest is a 6 unit.
6 unit. Okay. Very, very
Yep.
cool.
So mom and pop portfolio that pays the bills and, helps us invest in other things.
Yeah, very, very cool. Well, very smart. And now you're getting into investing in Puerto Rico. So tell me a little
Absolutely.
bit about that. That's a different kettle of fish. Well, maybe not. I mean, Puerto Rico is it's not a U.S. state, but it's a U.S.
It's a territory.
it's a territory. So it's same
Uh,
rules and regulations, or are things a lot different in Puerto
It's a
Rico?
little different. It's a little bit more like the Wild West.
Okay.
There's
It's
no,
more Latin then. It's more Latin American because Costa Rica and
yeah,
Mexico are the Wild West real estate wise.
the
So
Wild West of Latin America. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and I am on the west coast of Puerto Rico. Yeah, things are just a little bit more like I guess maybe the 1980s in the USA, in the mainland. It's really about networking. There's no standardized MLS. I mean, people will
Interesting.
pull up Realtor and Zillow. They will find some things, but there's no standard for realtors to list stuff. Very much the same on the commercial side, which is my focus of 5 apartments and up, plus boutique hotel properties I've been looking at and offering on.
Okay, very cool. So,
I would say, for the listeners, yep,
no, go ahead.
I would just say for the listeners, the great thing about Puerto Rico, as opposed to Costa Rica, which I hear is wonderful, is I can still claim everything on my United States taxes. I can still take depreciation at 29 years and take those losses on my standard US tax forms. So my accountant and CPA, they're very happy. And so
Yeah,
are
you
we.
know what? That is huge. Plus, you're protected by U.S. laws, I would guess. Is that true
To
too?
some extent, yeah,
Yeah.
to some extent, there's some nuances here with the Spanish laws left over for property rights and next of kin and that type of thing for states. But yes,
Okay. Yeah, because that's part of the Wild West in other countries is, you know what? If you're a foreigner and you don't know the language, uh, and you don't have good connections there, there's a very good chance you can get ripped off. So you
yeah.
have to be careful. Okay, very good. So you're looking to get into commercial multifamily type property or mixed use type properties, boutique hotels. Why
Mhm.
is that? Why not do more duplexes like you're already in right now that seem to be working well?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is leveraging the opportunity and being able to add value. So when you have 5 units and up, even here in Puerto Rico, the value of the property is based off of your profits, what you bring
Got it.
in.
Mhm.
So, we have a few key focus areas where maybe we're buying something I offered on recently. A local gentleman has had it for many years, and he owns a restaurant that he's also selling. And he rents out his building to a lot of his workers. So, I went into his fabulous apartment. It's, 2 beds and it's renting for about $900 a month to 2 busboys. That's about half of what rent should be in that apartment. So there's a lot of opportunities like that um, here.
Cool. So
Mhm.
right now your experience is with short-term rentals with the property that you currently have, correct?
Yes.
Are you planning to do that with these small multis as well, or more traditional type rentals long term?
So something that's really cool here is you can kind of play a property either way.
Mm,
If you rent something out year long, so 1 year leases to anybody,
yeah.
your income is tax free. Not federal tax free, but it is not taxed here in Puerto Rico. They're trying to encourage more owners to rent out year round because of the housing crunch. So,
Okay, so similar to the mainland, right? Housing crunch and
mhm.
people renting out short-term rentals because they get way more cash flow typically. So it's causing a bit of a
Typically, but
challenge.
it is seasonal. So,
Yeah.
some of the offers that we've written recently are for kind of a mixed use of it, so to speak. All apartments, but maybe two would be short-term rentals, two key ones, and then
Mhm.
maybe three or four would be long-term rentals to kind of keep the funds coming in.
Cool. All right. And when
Yep.
it comes to the whole boutique hotel idea,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts there?
So I have a fantastic partner on standby that owns and operates a hotel in the Dominican. And he's very interested in investing here. So I'm looking for something that is either is or can be 20 keys. So in hotels, we talk keys, not units. So 20 keys, 20 hotel rooms, or something that we could grow to 20 hotel rooms.
Hmm.
So I recently been looking at properties in that regard.
Why is 20 the magic number?
Well, according to my partner, there's a lot of sophistications that he's learned where he can do some automated check-ins, some management, and the cash flow is good. 20, uh, 20 units on Google reviews seems to do much better. He has a much smaller place in the Dominican and he's wanting to have something bigger, 20 and up.
Got it. All right. So
Yeah.
okay, very, very cool. So you got
Yeah.
more efficiencies of scale, more profitable, but still you can automate most of the check-in type stuff and keep the overhead, the payroll to a
Exactly.
minimum. Yeah.
Yes, and there's some fantastic tax benefits here in Puerto Rico.
Hmm.
For instance, if you are able to buy something that's more than 7 units and we're going to rent it out year round, there's a 40% tax break on that.
Very nice.
So 40% across the board. So when you rent year round, you're not being taxed. But when you sell it and have any type of capital gains, you get a 40% reduction on that resale. So that's pretty cool.
That is very cool. All right. So if you
Yeah.
could wave the realistic magic wand, what would you like to accomplish over the next 12 months with your Puerto Rico portfolio?
Yeah, so we're currently looking at 14 units that can be expanded either with some outdoor construction and boutique hotel. And if I waved my magic wand, I would find a couple other partners that are interested in such a thing. And we would take down one of these properties for less than $2 million, put less than 400 into it, and really have a great property that can go on cash flowing for all the partners.
Very cool.
That
Well,
would be
Pete, sounds
key.
like you're up to some fun stuff. If people want to connect with you and find out more, what's the best place for them to do that?
Absolutely search for me on LinkedIn. Peter Turner, Capital Turners will come right up. I'm very active on social media, especially LinkedIn.
Fantastic. Well, hey, Pete, great to chat with you. I wish you all the best with that Puerto Rico portfolio. It sounds exciting. And thanks for being on the
Absolutely.
show.
Thanks for having me on Property Profits, Dave. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. All right, everybody, take care. We'll see you on the next one. Hey there. I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewyou.com. Now, at moneypartnerformula.com, we help real estate investors to create a process for predictably getting capital so they can do more deals without relying on hard money lenders or the banks. We do this by building them a private capital marketing system. Now, if you want help turning yourself into a big money capital attraction machine, then book a call with our team to see how we can help. Just visit moneypartnerformula.com to find out more. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next interview.